Hi friends, welcome back. Sir, almost around 41 videos we completed until in JDBC, sir, up to today, sir. Now, in all these videos, the basic theory I explained. Now let me start programming. Okay, sir, here two things you have to aware. Almost around 25 programs I will discuss, sir, just as the basic JDBC programs, and then next special features, special topics, some more programs will come. Okay, don't worry about huge number of programs I will discuss, sir, because programming is the very important than theory. Okay, like second one, in these 20 or 25 programs, I don't want to follow any coding standards, coding conventions, because you have to habitize first with the JDBC terminology, and then we can think about coding standards. Are you getting that? Sir, coding standards, we don't want to worry. Once we know the concept, just if you know the coding standard, applying that, it's very easy, sir. After completing these 20 or 25 programs, then I will talk about coding standards. Like next to these programs, I don't want to use any IDE, just a simple edit plus or editor only I want to use, because if you start using IDE from first example onwards, the learning you won't get, sir. Okay, each and every method, at least the basic terminology you people should aware, remember that. Okay, sir, now my first JDBC program. Okay, sir, program to create a table. I want to create one table named with the employees. Are you getting that? I want to create one table, employee table. This employee table contain employee number, employee name, employee salary, and employee address. This is, sir, schema of the table. Name of the table is employee. Sir, how many columns are available, sir? 4 columns are available. Employee number, employee name, employee salary, and employee address. Okay, like, sir, how I can create this table? Okay, make sure what is SQL query to create the table, sir. You have to tell. Have you remembered, right? Sir, create table. Okay, sir, just observe that. I want to let me write here. Create table. Which table I want to create, sir? Employee. Select create table employee. Okay, sir, first column enum. Enum is what type, sir? Number type. Are you getting? Enum is what type, sir? Number type. Next, the second one, ename. Ename is what type? Sir, varchar 2 of, okay, 10. Max 10 characters are allowed. Sir, first one, enum. Second one, ename. Third one, eSal. What is the third one, sir? eSal. eSal is a number type. Sir, integral digits are 10 is allowed, but decimal digits are 2. Okay, like. Sir, next, e-address. E-address is varchar 2 of 10, sir. That's all. So, if you want to create table, compulsory SQL query, you people should aware. What is the query name? Create table employee number is number type, employee name varchar 2, eSal number type, e-address varchar 2, sir. So this is the table, this is the SQL query I want to use to create table. Sir, now in JDBC, based on the query, the corresponding execute method we have to choose. Sir, how many execute methods are available? Okay, 3 execute method. Have you remembered, right? Execute query, execute update, and execute method. Sir, for select queries, we require to use execute query method. For non-select queries, execute update method. Sir, for if you don't know the query, then execute method, right? Sir, can you tell, is it select a query or non-select query? Non-select query. That's why we require to use execute update method, right? Sir, can you spell out what is the method we require to use, right? Execute update method. Everyone can able to understand, right? Sir, this is about my SQL query and which method we require to use, which JDBC method we require to use to create the table execute update. Okay, that's all basic idea you have. Now, let me write the complete Java program so that you people can aware, sir. Only first one or two programs I want to take. For the remaining, just I will generalize. Only important things only I will discuss, right? Just observe that, sir, because you people may not familiar with the programming. That's why let me take, sir. Import java.sql.star. Are you getting? Import java.sql.star. Next, public class create table demo. Public class create table demo like this. Next, public static void main method string array args. Okay, sir, in this program, if any exception is rising, sir, I don't want to handle. I'm not interested to handle. My JVM is going to take care. That's why throws exception. Okay, throws exception like this. What is our first step, son? Sir, load and register driver class. But anyway, it is optional. If you want, you can take. Otherwise, you can ignore. Class dot for name. Sir, class dot for name. I want to use type 4 driver of Oracle. Can you spell out what is the class name, sir? Oracle dot JDBC dot Oracle driver. Okay, you know this is the driver class name. Class dot for name. So if you want, you can ignore that, because from JDBC 4.0 version onwards, automatic class loading is automatic loading of driver class is there. Sir, we are not required. Next, connection con is equal to driver manager dot get connection. Driver manager dot get connection of. Okay, JDBC URL, username and password. Sir, for the next program onwards, I won't explain these things, right? Only for the first program I want to explain, because the reason for that is user first time programming we are going to do, right? That's why. Sir, driver manager dot get connection. Can you spell out JDBC URL for type 4 driver, sir? Yes, what is that? JDBC Oracle thin because JDBC driver 4 type 4 driver is also known as thin driver at the rate localhost 1521:exe. This is the system ID. If you observe last videos, I don't think you are going to get some difficulty to understand this one. Next, Scott, okay, comma tiger is my username and password. Sir, now connection is ready. Once connection is ready, to send our SQL query, compulsory, okay, we should require statement object. How to create statement objects, sir? Statement st is equal to con dot create statement. Statement st is equal to con dot create statement. Yes, statement is also ready. What is the next one I have to take, sir? Okay, execute our SQL query. Sir, what is the query? Create a table. Are you getting what is our query, sir? Create table and so on. Sir, now, is it select a query or non-select a query? Non-select a query. That's why execute update. st dot execute update. Are you getting st dot execute update? Can you spell out what is the query, sir? Create table. Create a table. What is the table name, sir? Employee. Create table employee. Okay. Now here enum number type number type. Here employees. Let me take some. Create table employees. Okay, employees. Sir, now enum number type. Okay, comma ename. Can I spell out, sir? Ename is what type? Varchar 2 of some 10, comma shall, sir, number of 10, comma 2, comma address varchar 2 of 10. Okay, like this is SQL query, sir. Okay, this is the SQL query. Now st dot execute update. Sir, this is SQL query. I am passing for execute update method. Now what I have to do? Sir, print system.out.println system.out.println table created successfully. Okay, table created successfully. That's all, sir. We are not required to do much code. Very simple. Class dot for name. Connection con is equal driver manager dot get connection. Next statement st is equal con dot create statement. St dot execute update. Everyone can aware, sir. This is the simple table how you can create the employees table in our database. Are you able to understand, right? Let me go for a small example, right? Sir, let me execute this code. Have a look once. Create table demo. Just I took just a variable names. Variables at the beginning, sir. Very simple. Sir, a driver class name, JDBC URL, username, password, and SQL query. Sir, can you tell what is my SQL query, sir? Create table employees, number. Have you observed? Create table employees, number type, name, varchar 2 of 10, sal, number type of 10, 2. Next, address varchar 2. Sir, load and register driver, establish connection, create statement, and execute query. Next, a table created successfully. At last, conduct close. Okay, that's all. These are the things what you people should aware, right? Sir, let me run this. But before running, let me open my SQL command prompt. Already I opened, sir. Just have a look once, sir. Sir, which table I want to create? Employees table. Just let me select the star from employees. Okay. Sir, now is the employees table is already available or not? No. Table or view does not exist. Clearly it is going to tell. Now let me open my program. Here Java C table, create table demo. Are you getting right? What is the create table demo.java? Java C create table demo. Java create table demo like this I'm taking. So table created successfully or not? Yes. Let me cross check is really created at a database in the database or not? Yes. Observe that carefully, sir. Same question I will ask. Sir, select a start from employees. Earlier it is telling table or view does not exist. Now let me ask. Sir, table is there, but no rows are available. Are you getting? No rows, because just now I created table. If you want, DESC, describe employees table. Are you getting? Describe employees. Sir, employees table is already there. Have you observed? Employees table is already there. Enum, ename, esal, address. These are the column names. These are the column types. Is it clear for all of you, right? Sir, a simple JDBC program. How to create table, right? Sir, clear for all of you, right? Create, right? I hope everyone can able to understand clearly. Sir, this is the simple table, simple program. How you can create a table. Clear for all of you, right? Okay, that's all, sir. Thank you. Now, in the last video, just we covered how to create table. Now I will explain how to drop table, sir, from JDBC or from Java application. How I can drop table in the Oracle. So same previous program only I will use for that also. Okay, now here program. This is the JDBC application to program, not to create, sir. To drop table. Drop means delete, sir. To drop table. Okay, like. Sir, now my question is, to drop table, what is the SQL query, sir? Can you spell out anyone? Drop table. Which table you want to drop, sir? Employees table. Are you getting? This is SQL query. What is this query, sir? Drop table employees. Now my question is it select a query or non-select query? Non-select query. If it is the non-select query, then which method we require to use, sir? Execute update method. Are you getting? Execute update method, right? So remember, drop table employees, and which method we require to use? Execute update method, because it is non-select query. Clear, right? So now let me change this program according to that. Sir, public import java.sql. Sir, public class. Sir, instead of create table demo, now I'm using drop table demo. Are you getting drop table demo? Sir, whether it is the create or drop class dot for name, connection con, statement st. Sir, up to these three steps are always same. Until create statement object, it's always same, sir. Now, st dot execute update. Sir, what is my SQL query I have to pass, sir? Are you getting? What is the SQL query I require to pass? Observe that. st dot execute update. What is my query, sir? Drop table. Which table I have to drop, sir? Employees table. Are you getting? Drop table employees. Now system.out.println table dropped successfully. Are you getting? Table dropped successfully. Like this I took. And after that, if you want, we can take contact close. Everyone can able to understand, sir? Sir, simple. Everything is the same. Only difference is the query by default will be changed, sir. Sir, here what is the query? Drop table employees. Only query by default will be changed. Except that, remaining is always same, sir. Okay. Now, let me go for that. Let me execute this code, sir. Have a look once. Sir, public class, drop table demo. Sir, these variables I took. What is my here driver class name? Driver class name, JDBC URL for type 4 driver, username and password, drop table employees. This is my SQL query, sir. Sir, connection class dot for name, connection con, statement st, next st dot execute update of SQL query, table deleted successfully. Like this, right? Sir, let me, before executing this one, if I can check in our database, if I'm checking in our database, sir, let me check my database, right? Sir, here if you observe that, okay, if you observe, sir, DESC employees. Sir, employees table is already there, sir. Now, let me execute this program. Java C drop table demo dot Java. Now, Java drop table demo. Are you getting that? Java drop table demo. Sir, table deleted successfully. Is really deleted or not? 1 minute, sir. Here, which table we deleted? Drop table employees. Sir, let me cross check in the database. In the database, is it there or not, sir? Okay. Let me cross check, sir. 1 minute, sir. I'm using select star from employees. Sir, employees table already deleted, right? Already deleted. Now, table or view does not exist. Everyone can able to understand, right? Okay. Sir, now I want to use still DESC employees, like I want to ask. DESC employees. Sir, simple. It's going to tell object employees does not exist. Clear for all of you, right? That's all, sir. So, how to create table, how to drop table, it's very clear for you. Sir, in the next video, once we create a table, how I can insert the data into that table, I have to discuss. Clear, right? Hi friends, welcome back. In the last videos, just as the part of programming, I covered 2 programs. Have you remember, right? How to create a table in the database, how to drop your table from the database. Are you getting? Just 2 programs already we covered, right? So after creating table, compulsory we require to perform some insert, delete, update, such type of operations, right? So in this video, I want to talk about how to insert a data into database table from our JDBC, sir, from our Java application, right? Sir, where we can usually perform insert operation, right? What are various use cases? It's a very simple, sir. Suppose most of the times, do you know, in the festival seasons or otherwise, use cases of insert operation, just observe that. So during festival season or otherwise holidays, you require to travel to your native place. Are you getting? If you require to travel to the native place, what is the most commonly used web application to book our tickets? In India, IRCTC. Have you observed, right? IRCTC. Okay, to register to reserve train tickets, right? IRCTC application. So now a new train added, announced by the government. This new train information I want to insert, I want to add to IRCTC database. Sir, in that case, which operation we have to perform? Insert operation only. Are you getting right? I want to add a new train information to IRCTC database. Okay, compulsory we should go for one. Sir, insert operation, right? Similarly, sir, best example, I want to go for movie. I want to go for movie in India. These days, book movie ticket online. Everyone are going there to the theater and standing in the queue. These days, the people are not doing. Are you getting? So, if you want to book the tickets online, compulsory we should go for what? Book My Show. Are you getting? Book My Show. This is one web application. Okay, by using that, we can able to book cinema show, movie tickets, right? Sir, now, sir, this Friday, a new movie came, Spider came. Or otherwise, sir, some Mahanubhavudu came. Some movie came, sir. This new movie information, I want to add to Book My Show database. Are you getting? If you want to add new movie information to Book My Show database, compulsory, we should go for what? Insert operation only. Are you getting? Next, third one, sir. Best example, Amazon.com. Sir, we published, assume that we published advanced Java materials by myself. Are you getting? JDBC separate book. Next and after that, Servlet separate book and JSP separate book I prepared, sir. Now, I made a call to Amazon people, sir, I want to, can you please add my books also for sale purpose, like. Then automatically, add this new books information to Amazon database. Regarding, I want to add this new books information to Amazon database. Sir, adding new book information to Amazon. Are getting Amazon database? Once again, which operation we require to perform, sir? Insert operation. Are you getting right? Sir, similarly, sir, today I went to the bank. I want to open new account in the ICICI bank. Are you getting? Sir, adding this new customer to customers table. Are you getting? I want to add a new customer information to customers table. Adding a new customer to the bank. Are you getting? To the bank. Sir, for all these cases, which operation we require to perform? Insert operation only. Sir, at the part of programming requirement, it is very common to perform which operation, sir? Insert operation, right? I hope it's very clear for all of you. So, is insert operation really required in our programming or not? Yes, obviously, compulsory to the part of our programming requirement, right? Sir, how I can insert a single record into database table? Okay, this is about my program. I don't want to insert multiple records as of now. I want to insert only one record in my database. Have you observed? Program to insert a single record into employees table, right? Sir, in the last video, I created already employees table. Have you remembered, right? Employees table I created. Employees table contain, okay, enum, ename, esal, and e-address. These are the 4 columns employees table contains, sir. Can I spell out what is this one? Enum, ename, esal, and e-address. Sir, employee number, employee name, employee salary, employee address, like this, right? I want to insert one row into employees database. Can you please tell what is the SQL query, sir? Yes, what is our SQL query? Anyone can you please tell? Because you people should have basic idea in the SQL commands. I covered already in the last videos, right? Basic commands. Now, insert into employees, like, sir, let me start from here so that it's a very easy for you. Have a look once. What is our SQL query, sir? Insert into employees. Can you please insert a data into employees? Which values you want to insert? I want to insert which values, right? Sir, employee number 100. Are you getting? Employee number 100. Employee name Durga. Are you getting? Employee name Durga. Sir, in the Oracle database, if you want to provide varchar type, compulsory we should enclose within single quotes. Remember this one, sir. It is the Oracle database I'm talking. That's why compulsory we should enclose within single quotes. Remember. Next, employee salary. Assume that 1,000 rupees is the employee salary. Employee address. Okay. HYD. Hyderabad is the employee address. Are you getting? This is my SQL query, right? This is my insert query. If you want to insert a record into the database, sir, what is the SQL query, sir? Insert into employees, values, employee number, employee name, employee salary, employee address. If it is the varchar type, compulsory that value should be enclosed within single quote but not in double quotes. So, do you know, being Java programmer, sir, if it is the string type, employee name, employee address, our hand is always going for double quotes. But it is Oracle SQL query. That's why compulsory Oracle supported form only we have to provide. That's why what is this one, sir? Single quotes mandatory. Remember that. Is it clear for all of you? Now my question is it select a query or non-select a query? Sir, I told in the last videos, have you remember, right? All queries are divided into two categories. Select a query, non-select a query. Sir, select a star from employees. Non-select means insert, delete, update. Sir, is it insert or not? Sir, it is non-select a query. If it is the non-select query, which execute method I have to use? You know already. Sir, execute. What is the method, sir? Execute update method. Are you getting? What is the SQL query I have to use, right? Execute update method we require to use. Clear for all of you? So, I want to insert a single record into the database. For that, into a single record into the database. For that, what is my SQL query? Which execute method I have to use? Is it clear for all of you? Okay. If you feel comfortable, let me go for a small program. I want to insert a record into the database, right? Clear for all of you, right? Sir, let me explain complete program how to insert single row into database table, right? Observe that. Sir, import java.sql.star, public class insert single row demo. Sir, this program already we covered. First one is class.forName, load and register driver class, which is optional. Connection con is equal to driver manager.get connection. JDBC URL, username and password already you people aware. In the last example, sir, we covered. Sir, do you know up to these three steps, same as for every application, whether you are executing select query, non-select query, everything is the same. Now, what is my query, sir? Insert into employees, values, 100, Durga, 1,000, Hyderabad. This record I want to insert. Sir, which method I use, sir? Execute update. What is the return type of execute update method? Int, the number of rows affected. Sir, int update count. Sir, can you please insert under returns the number of rows inserted? Int update count. Now, system.out.println, the number of rows inserted is plus update count. Are you getting how many rows inserted? Now, con.close. Everyone can aware, sir? Very simple. Select insert query, execute update method, return type is the int, how many number of rows inserted. Next, just I'm trying to print number of rows inserted also. Sir, let me execute this code so that you people can feel more comfortable, right? I will look once, sir. Sir, here, first let me check my database. Sir, in the database, already, sir, do you know, table is there, sir. DESC employees. Okay, DESC employees, like, sir, describe employees. Employee name, employee number, employee name, employee salary, employee address. It's already there, sir. Next, select a star from employees. Select a star from employees, like no rows are there currently. Sir, let me execute my program, sir. Have a look once, sir. Sir, string driver, JDBC URL, username, password like. Sir, now class.forName of driver. Sir, what is my SQL query? Insert into employees. Connection con is equal to driver manager.get connection. Int update count is equal to st.execute update SQL query. The number of rows inserted is update count. Sir, whatever I explain on the board, code is the same example only, right? Okay, but instead of taking the values, now I took in the variables form. Beyond that, nothing. Sir, let me execute this program, sir. Have a look once. I want to execute this program from the command prompt. Java C. What is the name of the program, sir? Insert single row demo.java. Yes, Java insert single row demo like this, right? Sir, now the number of rows inserted is, how many number of rows inserted, sir? 1. Okay, happily these rows are inserted in the database, right? Let me cross check database site. Are you getting? Sir, now I'm using the same query. Select a star from employees. Are you seeing, right? In the employees table by default, sir, in the employees table by default 100, Durga 1000, like one record added to employees table. Is it clear for all of you, right? Okay, sir, that's all. This is the small program how you can insert a single row into database. What is the query? Next, which execute method we require to use? You people should aware, sir. But here I have to tell one very important point. Take a bit very special care, sir. Sir, we can perform database operations, okay, database updations, 2 ways. From SQL command prompt, directly you can execute insert query. Or from JDBC Java application, you can perform operations into database. Are you getting? Sir, in how many ways we can perform updations to the database, right? 2 ways. Observe that. This is my database. Here, very, very important point. I'm ready to talk, sir. You people should have clear clarity about this point. Sir, from SQL command prompt. Are you getting? Sir, SQL command prompt, you can perform, sir, here insert, like you can perform updations, right? Sir, this is SQL command prompt, you can perform updations. Second operation, from Java application, by using JDBC, we can perform updations. The updation operations are DML, maybe insert, or maybe delete, or maybe update. Assume that, sir, DML operations, right? Sir, now take a bit very special care. From SQL command prompt, if you perform any updations in the database, either insert or delete or update, compulsory we have to call commit operation explicitly to make the changes permanent. Compulsory commit operation we have to make explicitly, because in the SQL command prompt, auto commit is disabled. Remember this one, sir. From SQL command prompt, if you are performing any database operation, compulsory we have to use commit operation explicitly. Remember that. Sir, for the DML operations only. For DDL operations, there is no such type of rule. For DML, if you are performing insert or delete or update operation, after completing our operation, compulsory we have to use commit operation. If you are not using commit operation, then those changes are not permanent. Remember that. Is it clear for all of you, right? Let me explain. But from Java application, by using JDBC, if you perform any updations to the database, these changes are permanent. We are not required to use commit operation, right? Because in JDBC connection, auto commit is always true. Are you getting that? Here, auto commit is true or false? Can you spell out, sir? Auto commit is disabled. Are you getting? Auto commit is disabled, sir. Disabled. But here auto commit is enabled. Observe that. So in database connection, by using database JDBC, if you are performing any updations from Java application, okay, auto commit is by default enabled. That's why we are not required to use commit operation explicitly. Everyone can able to understand, right? Very, very important. But if you are performing the same operation from SQL command prompt, what we have to do, sir? Compulsory we should use commit operation. Otherwise, the changes are not permanent. Sir, can you please show practically, like you may ask? Very simple, sir. I will add one entry from here. I will close the command prompt, SQL command prompt. I will open without using commit. The result won't be there. The changes won't be there, sir. Very simple. Have a look once. Sir, let me open SQL command prompt, sir. Observe that. Here I'm taking SQL command prompt. Here, insert into employees values. Sir, I want to insert one more record. Okay, employee number 200. Next, employee name, surname. Of course, surname. Next, and after that, 2000. Next, I'm taking Mumbai. Like I took, sir. Mumbai, like. Sir, have you observed? I'm trying to insert one more record from SQL command prompt. Have you observed, right? This is SQL command line, sir. From SQL command prompt. Yes, one row created. If you want, select star from employees. How many records by default will be there, sir? 2 records are there, sir. Yes, it's good. My record already inserted, 2 records are available, right? Now, I didn't use commit operation. Have you observed, right? I didn't use commit operation, right? Okay. If I'm not using commit operation, what will happen is, let me close this command prompt. Yes, I closed it, sir. Let me open command prompt once again. SQL command prompt. Okay. Here, just observe that a bit very carefully, sir. What I want to do is, let me use connect, next Scott / Tiger, like this I'm taking, connected, sir. Now, let me use select a star from employees. Sir, earlier, how many records are available in my employees table? 2 records. But now, have you observed, right? How many records are there? Only 1. Because you didn't use commit operation, right? If you use commit operation, then only the results are permanent. Let me insert once again. Insert into employees, values 200. This time, I want to insert Mallika. Something like I want to insert Mallika 2000. Comma Delhi. Okay, Delhi, something like I'm taking, sir, Delhi. Now, sir, if you want to make this record permanent, this change permanent, compulsory, we have to call which operations are? Commit. Yes, commit also I did, sir. Now, let me close the command prompt. Let me open. Now, sir, how many records by default will be there, sir? Can you spell out? How many records by default will be there? Can you spell out? 2 records compulsory. Let me connect once again. Connect Scott Tiger. Okay, sir, select the star from employees. Okay, like this. Are you getting? 2 records are already there. Okay, so it is very clear for you people, right? Observe that from SQL command prompt, if you are performing any database updation like insert or delete or update, compulsory we have to use which operations are? Commit operation. Then only the result is permanent. Remember this. If I'm not using commit operation, that the results are available only for that particular session. Once I close command prompt, automatically the changes by default will be gone. Clear, right? But same thing, if I perform from Java application, we are not required to call commit. Yes, the results are always permanent, sir. Sir, let me show this one also. Okay, so that you people can feel more comfortable, right? Observe that here. I want to go for, let me open my JDBC Java application, right? I want to insert, sir, 3, and then some Radhika, okay? 3000 I'm taking. Next, and after that, some Chennai, like this I'm adding. Sir, I'm adding a new record into database, but from Java application. I'm not using anywhere commit operation, right? Have you observed? Now, let me run this program, sir. Observe that. Let me run from SQL, from command prompt, normal command prompt, sir. Compiles fine. Let me run. Yes, the number of rows inserted 1. Sir, can you please cross check? I didn't use commit operation anywhere, sir. Let me cross check once again. Select star from employees. Sir, 3rd record came or not? 3rd record came. Sir, I didn't use commit operation. Let me close, sir. Let me close. Let me open SQL command prompt once again, sir. Okay, I'm trying to open SQL command prompt once again. Just observe that. Okay. Connect Scott / Tiger. Just select a star from employees. Observe that all the three records are available or not? Yes, it's very clear for you people, right? Observe that. Sir, from SQL command prompt, if you are performing any updations, compulsory we have to use commit operation, then only the results are permanent, then only the changes are permanent. If you are not calling commit operation, those changes are available only for current session. Once we close command prompt, automatically the changes by default will be gone. Clear, right? Okay, because in SQL command prompt auto commit is disabled, remember that. But from Java application, if you are performing any updation to the database, okay, we are not required to call commit operation because database connection auto commit is enabled, sir. Everyone can able to understand, right? In the database connection, auto commit is by default enabled. That's why we are not required to call. We are not required to use any, okay, commit operation, right? Sir, this change compulsory, you people should be aware. But this rule is applicable only for what? DML operations, but not for DDL. If it is the DDL, auto commit is always there, sir. Don't worry about that. For DML commands only, this rule is applicable. Sir, some people may ask, sir, in Java application, I want to disable auto commit mode. I want to disable auto commit mode. Is it possible or not? Yes, sir, possible. No problem at all, possible. But in the transactions, I will explain. Don't worry. But still, if you are very much interested to know the method, con dot set auto commit, set auto commit of false we have to use. If I use set auto commit of false, you can perform any operation, those changes won't reflected in the database. When those changes will be reflected, whenever we are using commit. Are you getting? Whenever we are using commit, then only those changes will be reflected. Clear, right? In the transactions, I will explain this concept. Don't worry about that. Just try to get up to this, right? Clear for all of you, right? Sir, from this video, you people should be aware how to insert a single record into the database. Next, am I required to call commit operation explicitly if I perform that change from Java application? In JDBC, auto commit is enabled. We are not required to call commit operation. But from SQL command prompt, if you are performing any database updation, compulsory we have to use commit, because here auto commit is disabled, but here auto commit is enabled. Clear for all of you? So this change compulsory, you people should aware this important point. Otherwise, this is the doubt. The people who are attending Oracle classes and at the same time JDBC classes, then they are raising the doubt. Sir, you are performing insert, but you didn't call commit, sir. How it is going to be reflected? Array, in database, in JDBC, for connection, auto commit is already enabled. We are not required to commit explicitly. Clear for all of you, right? Thank you, sir. Sir, have you observed in the last video, just we covered how to insert single record into the database and worry about auto commit mode. In JDBC, auto commit is enabled, but from SQL command prompt, auto commit is disabled. I explained very clearly. Even I showed programmatically also, right? Sir, now my requirement is which query I used in the last video. Anyone can you please guide, sir? Insert into employees, values. Sir, which values I have to add? 100. Next and after that, Durga, employee number, employee name, employee, okay, salary, and the employee address. Okay, this is the SQL query I executed from Java program, right? But the problem here is, have you observed? The problem here is, we are hard coding the values. Are you getting? Sir, 100, Durga, 1000, Hyderabad, like I hard coded the values. I don't want to hard code the values. I want to read the data from the end user, from the command prompt. That data I want to insert into the database. Are you getting? That's about our requirements, sir. Sir, insert employees data into employees table. Sir, read employees data from the command prompt. Are you getting? I will ask end user, hurry, please provide employees data. My Java program is going to read that data and insert into the database. It is a very common requirement, right? Are you getting? Sir, now, before, sir, how I can read the dynamic input from the keyboard? Sir, end user is going to enter. I will prompt end user, enter employee number, enter employee name, enter employee salary, enter employee address. Like I will prompt end user to enter the data. My Java program has to read that data. That is my programming requirement. Once you are reading, how to insert that part I will explain soon. But anyway, just observe that how I can read the data from the keyboard. Have you observed, right? That is about my requirement. How to read the dynamic input from the keyboard, sir. Sir, to read the dynamic data, there are multiple ways are available, sir. Are getting from the command prompt, yeah, the command line arguments you can, from the properties, yeah, the properties you can read. There are multiple ways are there. But make sure, sir, most powerful way, most convenient way, use a scanner class. Are you getting right? Use a scanner class. So, by using scanner class, happily we can read the data from the command prompt. Are you getting that? Scanner. By using scanner class, we can read the data from the command prompt. Sir, this class present inside java.util package. Are you getting this class present inside java.util package? This class introduced in 1.5 version. Everyone can able to understand it. Sir, what is the purpose of scanner? Scanner is a specially designed class to read the dynamic input from the keyboard. Next, this class introduced in 1.5 version, and then this class present inside java.util package. Everyone can able to understand it. Sir, here how we can create scanner? How we can create scanner class, right? Scanner class. How we can able to create? Just I will explain a small point. Make sure, sir. I want to create scanner class. How you can, sir? Scanner SC is equal to new scanner. From where I have to read the data? From the keyboard, right? Sir, keyboard is the standard input device or not? That's why we have to use system.in. Are you getting? System.in, standard input. Sir, can you please create a scanner which is pointing to keyboard? Are you getting? From the keyboard, if you are going to read any data, happily you can get, sir. Sir, now I will ask. System.out.println, enter employee number. Are you getting? Enter employee number. Now, end user will enter the employee number 100, 200, something like. How I can, sir? Very simple. Int enum is equal to, observe that very carefully, sir. Int enum is equal to sc dot next int. What is the method we have to call, sir? sc dot next int. Because employee number is always what type? Int type. 100, 200, 300. That's why in my programming I define like that. Okay. Then next int. Similarly, I will ask system.out.println, enter employee name. Enter employee name, sir. Sir, how I can get employee name? String ename is equal to sc dot next. That's all. Are you getting? If it is the string type, simply you can use the word next. That thing is enough. You are not required to use the next string. But if it is the int type, next int. If it is the double type, next double, like that. Are you getting? Similarly, system.out.println, enter employee salary. Enter employee salary. I'm taking, sir. Now, end user is going to enter employee salary. What I will take? Double ESAL is equal to sc dot next double. Double ESAL is equal to sc dot next double dot. Everyone can able to understand, right? So, scanner is a specially designed class to read the data dynamic input from the keyboard. Clear for all of you? This is scanner class present inside which package, right? Java.util package. This scanner class introduced in which version, sir? 1.5 version. Clear? Now, sir, how to create scanner object? Can you spell out, sir? Scanner SE is equal to new scanner of system dot in. Next, enter employee number. Okay, sir, how I can prompt user to enter employee number? Just as SOP statement, hey, enter employee number. Then end user is going to enter employee number. That employee number I want to read. Then which method we have to use? SC dot next int. SC dot, if it is the string type, we have to use SC dot next. If it is the double type, we have to use SC dot next double. If you want to read complete line, SC dot next line, like there are multiple methods are there in the scanner class. I hope everyone can able to understand, right? Sir, now I will convert this discussion into a small executable program so that you people can feel more comfortable, right? Clear for all of you, right? Sir, have you observed, right? So how to read the dynamic input from the keyboard? I explained the required theory. Sir, let me convert into a small executable program so that you people can feel more comfortable, right? Observe that. Okay. Public class dynamic input demo. Just I took import java.util.star. Can you spell out why I'm taking import java.util.star? Scanner class present inside. Scanner class present inside util package. That's why import java.util.star. Sir, main method. Next, how to create scanner object. I explained already. Scanner SC is equal to new scanner of system.in. Next, system.out.println, enter employee number. Okay, what is the method I used, sir? SC dot next. Int enum is equal to SC dot next int. Next int. Similarly, enter employee name. Okay, string ename is equal to SC dot next. Sir, here it is not next string, not required. Directly next is enough. Enter employee salary. Regarding salary is always what? Double type. That's why SC dot double eSal is equal to SC dot next double. Okay. Similarly, enter employee address. Enter employee address. Sir, string address is equal to SC dot next. Clear, right? Okay. So I read from the end user to employee number, employee name, employee salary, and then employee address. Okay. Now system.out.println, hello, your provided information is. Sir, just I'm trying to print whatever information I read from the command prompt. Employee number and then backslash T, tab sir, spaces. Okay. E-name, E-sal, and E-address. That's all. This is the simple program how to read the data from the keyboard, dynamic input from the keyboard. Are you able to understand, right? Sir, let me execute this program and let me show the output, sir. Have a look once here. Observe that very carefully, sir. Dynamic input demo. Sir, is it the same program or not? Import java.util.star. Next, dynamic input demo, public static void main. Sir, just I created scanner object. Next, system.out.println, enter employee number. Sir, how I can get enter employee number? SC.next int. Enter employee name. SC.next string ename. Next, enter employee salary. Double eSal is equal to SC.next double. Enter employee address. Okay, SC.next. Sir, similarly, at last, hello, your provided information is, like I took, sir. Everyone can able to understand. Okay, simple. This is the program how to read the dynamic input from the keyboard, sir. Let me execute this program. Java C dynamic input demo.java. Compile, sir, no problem at all. Happily the code compiles. Now Java dynamic input demo. Are you getting that? Dynamic input demo. Just I'm trying to execute, sir. Have you observed? Enter employee number. Okay, 100 I'm trying to enter. Enter employee name. Okay, Durga I'm trying to enter. Enter employee salary 1000 I'm trying to take. Enter employee address. Okay, HYD. Okay, like, sir, now, hello, your provided information is 100, Durga, 1000.0, and then Hyderabad. Everyone can able to understand, right? Sir, this is, let me run once again the same program, sir. Enter. Sir, this time 200 I'm taking. Enter employee number 200. Enter employee name, okay, Sunny. Okay, Sunny, like this I'm taking. Enter employee salary 2000, like this. Enter employee address, okay, Mumbai, like I'm taking, sir, Mumbai. Okay, Mumbai, like I'm taking. Sir, now observe that. Sir, hello, your provided information is 200, Sunny, 2000 Mumbai. Like, I hope is it clear for all of you, right? Okay, sir. Now from this example, you people should aware. Regarding from this example, you people should aware how to read the dynamic input from the keyboard. Sir, in our JDBC application, there are multiple times I will prompt end user to enter. Sir, to enter data, maybe to insert or maybe to delete or maybe to update. Sir, sometimes it's very common requirement, prompt end user to enter data. We have to read that data. For that, best suitable class is nothing but which one, sir? Scanner class. Scanner is the specially designed class to read the input from the keyboard, which came in the 1.5 version. There are multiple other ways are there. Buffered reader, next command line arguments and so on. But instead of all these things, highly recommended we should go for what? Scanner class. Clear for all of you, right? That's all. Thank you, sir. Sir, how to write SQL queries? Okay, it's a very easy to write SQL queries if you know the values at the beginning. Suppose in the last examples, I covered already how to insert single row into database. Have you remembered the query, sir? What is our query? String SQL query. String SQL query is equal to, okay, insert into employees, values, okay, 100, values 100, comma, what is the employee name, sir? Durga. Sir, compulsory we have to provide, yes, these values in the database supported form. In the Oracle, string value, we have to provide inside single quote. Remember this one, okay? And after that, 1000, next employee address is Hyderabad. Is it clear, right? Sir, this is about my SQL query. Sir, string. Because I took string SQL query. If you observe that, this is the total SQL query, right? This is the total SQL query because I have to consider this SQL query in the string format for our JDBC application. That's why I'm taking within double quotes, right? Sir, it's very easy. What the difficulty is there here? Because, sir, I know the values, like if you know the input values at the beginning, formatting SQL query is not that much difficult. Assume that. Suppose I want to insert data which came from the keyboard or dynamic input. Sir, I don't know the values at the beginning. If you don't know the values at the beginning, only with variable names, you require to create SQL query. Correct or not? Okay? Sir, how I can assume that employee number is available inside enum variable. Regarding employee number is available inside enum variable. Employee name is available inside ename. Employee salary is available inside esal. Employee address is available inside employee address. Okay? These variables hold the corresponding values which are coming at runtime. With these variables, can you please create SQL query? Can you please format SQL query? No, sir, it's a very dangerous concept. Don't fail. Sir, 100 replaced with enum. Next and after that, Durga is replaced with ename. Next, 1000 is replaced with esal. It won't work, sir. Compulsory, we have to create, sir, SQL query. Sir, it's a very, very, very dangerous, sir. Observe a bit very carefully about this one. Sir, now, string SQL query. Sir, more concentration must be required here. More concentration must be required. Take a bit very special care. Sir, insert into employees values. Okay, bracket open. Up to that, do you know, right? Up to this one, sir, it should be required. It should be required. Up to this compulsory, it should be part of the query. Next, what is this one? 100. But 100 value is available where? Inside enum. Are you getting that? 100 value is available inside enum. That's why let me close up to this. So double quotes open, and then close up to this. Plus which value I have to take? 100, right? Now 100 value is available where? Enum. Are you getting that? 100 value is available where, sir? Enum. After taking that value, yes, I took that value, sir. Wonderful. Now, okay, what is the next one? In the SQL query, each and every symbol is very important. After taking 100, what is the next one, sir? Comma. Okay, sir, you have to take comma. After taking comma, what is the next one? Single quote. For Durga, single quote. Okay, single quote. And then, okay, close. And then close, sir. And after that, I have to take which one? Durga. Now Durga is available inside ename. Are you getting? Durga is available inside ename. Now Durga came. Excellent. Sir, Durga came. After that, according to our query, which ones are? Single quote and then comma. Are you getting? Here, compulsory single quote and then comma. Single quote and then comma completed. Okay, plus. Are you getting? Single quote, comma completed. Sir, now, what is the next one, sir? shall. Now, shall plus double quotes open. Here, what is the symbol, sir? Comma. Under there, compulsory single quote I have to insert or not? Yes, single quote, comma, single quote, under then plus. Sir, this one, HYD. HYD is available where, sir? E-address. I took E-address plus. After E-address, what is the next one? Single quote, under then parenthesis. Sir, single quote, close, under then, of course, here double quotes open, and then single quote, parenthesis. Okay, after this, like this. Sir, how much dangerous you have to consider, sir. Sir, if you want to frame SQL query with the dynamic input, this much danger is there, sir. Okay, are you able to understand it? Okay, it's very difficult. So for this, do you have any shortcut? Okay, that part I will take care about that. But anyway, just observe, if the data available, if you know the values directly, formatting SQL query is a very easy nursery level concept. But if you know, if the data is available in the variables form, dynamic data, how you can frame, sir, how much dangerous you have to identify. Sir, let me repeat once again, sir. This time, you people can feel very easy. I hope. Okay, can you please tell once again, sir, this SQL query I have to frame, but data is available in these variables, right? Can you please guide, sir? Yes, string SQL query. String SQL query is equal to, can you please guide? Insert into employees. Values, bracket open. Sir, up to this common. Insert into employees, bracket open, common. Plus, okay, double quotes close, sir, up to this one string. Okay, now I want to concat. Sir, with what value I have to concat, sir? 100. 100 means where it's available, sir? Enum. Okay, plus up to 100 came, sir. Now after 100, what there? Comma, single quote. That's why double quotes open once again. Comma, single quote. Comma, single quote completed. Now double quotes close. Next, what is the next one, sir? Ename. Are you getting? Next one is what? Ename. Sir, now Durga came. Next, plus, sir, double quotes open. Single quote I have to close, comma. Single quote I have to close, comma. Once again, close. Next, 1000. 1000 is available where, sir? Shall. 1000 is available where? Shall. Next, after shall, once again, double quotes open. Now, comma, single quote. Are you getting? Comma, single quote. Single quote I open, sir. Now, double quotes. HYD. HYD is available where, sir? E-address. Are you getting? E-address. Next, single quote under then parenthesis. Single quote under then parenthesis. That's all. I hope everyone can able to understand. If you want to frame SQL query with a dynamic input, how much danger you have to aware. So, or by mistake, if anywhere comma is missing, if anywhere single quote is missing, or parenthesis is missing, then automatically you will get SQL exception, invalid syntax. So, make sure while formatting SQL queries with the dynamic input, we have to take a bit special care. Are you able to understand, right? Okay, that's all. This is what you people should be aware. Now, in the last example, I covered already how to read dynamic input. How to read dynamic input. With that dynamic input, I want to create one SQL query. How we can able to do that, sir? Okay, let me take a small example so that you people can aware. Sir, now how to read the dynamic input from the keyboard, and with that, how to format SQL query. I covered required theory, sir. Let me convert this total theory into programming style. Now observe that, sir, this is import java.util.start because I want to read the data from the keyboard by using scanner present inside util package. Okay, now scanner SE is equal new scanner of system.in. Now read the employee number, employee name, employee salary and employee address. End user provided data is available in these 4 variables, right? Now I formatted SQL query. SQL query insert into employees values, enum, ename, esal, e-address. Do you know here commas, single quotes, parentheses open. Sir, take a bit very special care. I explained already. Sir, hello, query with your dynamic input is SQL query. Sir, I'm formatting SQL query with the dynamic input. Sir, in the traditional way. I'm not explaining any shortcut, sir. Just observe that. It is the common way. In Amirpet, everyone is following this type of approach only. But there is some shortcut is there. That part I will discuss anyway, right? Up to this is the clear, right? Sir, let me execute this code so that whether we are going to get clear output or not. Just let me check, sir. Here observe that same program, sir. Import java.util.start public class SQL query with the dynamic input. Enter employee here scanner. Next enter employee number. Okay, int enum. Next int. Next enter employee name. Se dot next. Enter employee salary. Se dot next double. Yeah, next se dot next address. Okay, sir. Now take a bit very special care about this terminology, right? Insert into employees values enum, ename, esal. Sir, every time comma single quote, next and after that comma single quote, next comma like here single quote close, like it's always a bit dangerous, sir. Observe. Hello, the query with your dynamic input is SQL query. Just compulsory. You have to frame, you have to format SQL queries with the dynamic input. It's a very common requirement. Sir, take a bit special care about this terminology, right? Sir, let me run this code. Java C, SQL query with the dynamic input. Java, SQL query with the dynamic input, sir. Enter employee number, 100. Enter employee name, Durga. Enter employee salary, 1000. Enter employee address, HYD. Now, either hello query with your dynamic input is insert into employees values. Either query properly formatted or not? Yes. Okay, if I can use this query, happily it is going to execute, no problem at all. Let me run once again. Enter employee number 200. Enter employee name, okay, Mallika, something. Sir, enter employee salary 2000. Enter employee address, okay, Mumbai, like I'm taking, sir. Have you observed? Insert into employees values 200, Mallika 2000 and then Mumbai. Is it clear for all of you, right? So this is the example to demonstrate. Have you observed? This example is going to demonstrate how to frame SQL query with the dynamic input. Clear for all of you, right? But anyway, this way is a traditional way. But there is another shortcut is there. That part I will discuss. Up to this, are you feeling comfortable, right? Okay, that's all. Sir, now up to this I covered how to format SQL query with the dynamic input in traditional way. In Amirpet, out of 100, 99% of the people are always following this approach only. But there is one beautiful shortcut is there, sir. We have to use that shortcut. I will discuss. Have you observed, right? Sir, this is string SQL query. If you know the values, this is our SQL query. Insert into employees values like this. Sir, if the data is available inside enum, ename, esal, e-address, Are you getting? If the data is available like this, then how you can insert? Are you getting? How you can prepare SQL queries, sir? Sir, this is the traditional way. Here the problem is, if anywhere single quote is missing, or if anywhere comma is missing, or if anywhere double quotes is missing, it is a bigger problem, sir. Are you getting? So, how I can overcome this one? Sir, it is too much risky to use because there is a small mistake, immediately there may be a chance of SQL exception, invalid query or invalid syntax, right? Okay? How I can solve this problem, sir? There is one shortcut technique is there. Are you getting? There is one shortcut technique is there. What is the shortcut technique? I will discuss for you people, right? Are you able to understand it? Okay? What is that shortcut technique? String SQL query is equal to. So now string SQL query is equal to string class contain one beautiful method. What is the method, sir? Can you spell out? String dot format method. Format is the static method present inside string class. That's why I'm using the word string dot format. Sir, can you tell what is our SQL query, sir? Insert into employees, values, bracket open. Now observe, traditional approach and this approach, where is the difference is, what is the first one, sir? Employee number, percentage D. Directly instead of employee number, percentage D. What is the second one, sir? Employee name. But employee name should be within single quote. That's why single quotes open, percentage yes. Okay? Sir, single quote open, percentage yes directly. What is the next one? Employee salary, percentage F. And then employee address, we have to take within single quote. That's why single quote open, percentage yes. Okay? Sir, bracket close. Regarding percentage yes. Have you observed? Directly comma single quotes already I used. Just I have to place these values, that's all. Sir, let me repeat. Insert into employees, values, percentage D, within single quote percentage yes, percentage F, within single quote percentage yes. Okay, observe. Percentage D meant for decimal values. Are you getting? Decimal, integral values, right? Percentage yes meant for string values. Percentage F meant for float values. Okay? Meant for float values. Observe. Sir, double quotes close. Comma. Sir, this total is first argument, right? In the first argument, which symbol I used first one? Percentage D. Percentage D means enum. Are you getting? Just enum. Percentage D means, sir, in the next line I am taking Shakespeare. Enum. Comma. Percentage S means e-name. Are you getting? E-name. Percentage F means e-sal. Percentage S means e-address. Okay? Bracket, that's all. Everyone can able to understand what is the method I used, sir? String dot format method. My query, as it is I'm taking, but instead of the values I'm taking percentage D, percentage S, percentage F and so on. I never going to worry about single quotes, comma, within double quotes and so on. Directly I'm placing. Sir, first comma, first percentage D, enum, percentage S, ename, e-sal and e-address. Everyone can able to understand, right? Sir, this is the shortcut way better to follow. Because first time you are using this one, you may feel even this one is not that much comfortable. But slowly keep on using, automatically it will become very easy for you, right? Are you able to understand, right? Okay, let me repeat once again how to create this SQL query, sir, so that you people can feel more comfortable. Observe that. Sir, string SQL query. String SQL query is equal to, can you spell out what is the method I have to use? String dot, can you spell out? String dot format method. String dot format method. What is my SQL query? Insert into employees. Directly you can take. Insert into employees. Insert into employees. Values, insert into employees values. 100 means percentage D. Next, within single quote, string must be required. Within single quote, string I am taking, percentage yes. What is the next one? 1000, okay? Percentage F, because salary is always a double type. Next, string within single quote, percentage yes within single quote. Okay, that's all. Sir, this total is the first argument to format method. Now remaining arguments are which variables you used. Okay, percentage D means enum, percentage S means ename, next percentage F means esal, percentage address means e-address. That's all, sir. Okay, it is alternative way to format SQL query with the dynamic input. Are you getting right? In my programs, highly recommended, better to follow this approach. Are you getting right? So it's a very easy. First time you may feel a bit difficult, but slowly if you start keep on using, then automatically it will become very easy, right? Are you in a position to understand, right? So how to format SQL queries with the dynamic input? Traditional approach, and then string dot format new shortcut approach, right? Okay, with this shortcut approach I will explain a small program so that you can feel more comfortable, right? Okay, so how to format SQL query with the shortcut technique. We use which methods are? String dot format method. Regarding string class contain one static method, format method, to format a string SQL query with the dynamic values. It is the shortcut technique. Most of the people don't know about this one, sir. They're always using traditional approach in Amirpet. Remember that. String dot format method, highly recommended to use. Okay. Now, here just observe same example. Java.util.star. Scanner class I used. Just I read employee number, employee name, employee salary, and then employee address. Are you getting? Next, string SQL query is equal to string dot format. Format of insert into employees values. First value percentage D, percentage S, percentage F, percentage yes. But I am taking percentage yes within single quote, because according to our query, sir, compulsory string value should be within the single quote and then close. Next, percentage D means enum, ename, esal, e-address. These four formatted things I replace with these. Okay. Now, hello, query with your dynamic input is SQL query. Just I'm trying to print that. Clear for all of you, right? Let me execute this code so that you people can able to understand very easily, right? Have you look once? Yes, sir. Sir, have you observed? Import java.util.star. SQL query with the dynamic input 1. Scanner S is equal to new scanner of system.in. I'm trying to read employee number, employee name, employee salary, employee address. Okay. Next, string SQL query, string dot format of insert into employees. Sir, values percentage D, percentage S, percentage F, percentage S. Sir, have you observed percentage S I'm taking within single quotes. Okay. Next, the percentage D means enum, percentage S means ename, percentage F means esal, percentage S means e-address, right? Sir, hello, the query with your dynamic input is SOP of SQL query. Everyone can able to understand, right? This is about our example, right? Okay. Now, let me execute this code, sir. Here, observe that Java C dynamic input 1 SQL query with the dynamic input 1 dot Java. Java SQL query with the dynamic input 1. Enter employee number 100. Enter employee name Durga. Enter employee salary 1000. Enter employee address Hyderabad, right? Sir, hello, your query with the dynamic input is insert into employees values 100, Durga 1000.00. No problem at all. If you want, you can keep this one as only 2 digits and so on. So it won't affect, because in the database table we restricted 10,2 like that. Don't worry about that. Sir, HYD like. Are you getting? Sir, this is. Sir, let me execute once again, sir. This time 200. Next, enter employee name. Okay, Sunny, something like I'm taking. Enter employee salary 2000. Enter employee address. Okay, Chennai. Like this I'm taking, sir. Chennai like. Sir, now insert into employees, values, 200, Sunny, 2000, Chennai like this. So, if you want to format SQL query with the dynamic input, highly recommended string dot, which methods are? Format method. Don't use a traditional approach. Are you getting? So, how to format SQL queries with a dynamic input. Two approaches are there. Traditional approach is there, shortcut technique, stringer dot format method. But which one is always recommended, sir? Stringer dot format method are highly recommended to use, because in our JDBC next programs, several times we require to read input from the keyboard. With that input, I have to create SQL query. That's why this knowledge you people should have compulsory, right? Are you able to understand how to use scanner class? How to use scanner class to read input from the keyboard? Next, how to format SQL query with that dynamic input. This knowledge you should have clearly. Okay, are you able to understand, right? That's all. Thank you, sir.